Hello friends, welcome to the Cold War Preppers Prepper Pantry Haul for the week ending Saturday, February 10th, 2024. We're going to do just a little bit different this week. We are currently doing a review of Food Storage for Preppers, a week-by-week plan for surviving the apocalypse by David Nash. And that's our Tuesday evening book club. So we're kind of we're doing this as quickly as we can. Instead of doing week by week, we're doing 4 weeks at a time, so month by month. So we're going to do 12 Tuesday nights where we're discussing this book. So each week I'll be showing, number one, what you should have bought the week before, as well as what you should be buying for the week coming up. So I'm going to do his recommended purchases for the week before and the week after. So 8 weeks worth of purchases, and I'll show those here as well. And then in the middle, of course, I'm going to have my normal pantry haul. So let's start off. And the first thing we did was we got some more ammunition. I did get some squirrel shot and, basically light game shot, number 6 shot for my 12 gauge. And that's going to be so we can get squirrel or rabbits or anything like that. Then the second thing I got was some 308 for my hunting rifle. And then I also got some 223 varmint rounds. So I got 3 boxes of ammunition. So for Mr. Nash's, what we should have gotten this last week, you should have picked up 5 cans of cream of chicken soup, 20 pounds of sugar. Now that's this is about roughly a 6-pound can of sugar. So, 3.5 of these. I've got 4 written down here. Now I'm going to use this can as a demonstration twice because it also ends up being something we need to pick up 4 more pounds. 20 more pounds of this for week number 2. So this is going to be the 20 pounds for week number 1, and it's also going to represent the 20 pounds for week number 2. He also recommends that we pick up 8 cans of tuna and then 6 pounds of salt. Now, while we're on the subject of salt, last week, the first 4 chapters of that book are talking about preservation, and we were talking about salting meats. And somebody said, is this canning and pickling salt from Morton's okay to use to salt meats? So I did a lot of research on it, and they said that one of the things you want to look for is take a look at the ingredients. And as long as the only ingredient is salt, then you're good to go. And it recommended Redmond salt, it recommended sea salt, it recommended pink Himalayan salt, but it said always check the ingredients. So I picked this one, and so I look down here, and it says that the only ingredient is salt. Okay, so then just for comparison, I said we have some sea salts, of course, sea salt. So what does it say are the ingredients? And it says that the ingredients are sea salt and yellow prussiate of soda anti-caking agent. So it says don't use that for your meat preservation. So as long as it only has one ingredient and that ingredient is salt, it's good to go for meat preservation. So I'm going to use this one. Now, I just made a bad prepper mistake. I put this out in the garage because, I bought one of these last week as well. And I put it out in the garage. It's already caked. So one of the things we want to recommend you do is as soon as you get these, and our plan is to buy 6 pounds. This is a 4-pound bag or container, but we should have 6 pounds. But we want to vacuum seal this along with an oxygen absorber as well as a desiccant package to keep the moisture out, because if you don't, it will cake, and you're going to have to figure out a way to get it back into granular size, mortar pestle or something, I don't know. But anyhow, it does cake really bad. Okay, so for next week, he recommends that we get, of course, another 20 pounds of sugar, and then he recommends that we get 50 pounds of wheat. Now, I don't have a wheat grinder, and I do get the canned flour at the LDS Provident Living Center. So that's 50 pounds of white flour is going to be basically 13 cans, number 10 cans of white flour. So that's for week number 2. He also recommends 6 pounds of elbow macaroni. Now, macaroni you can also get at the LDS Provident Living Center in number 10 cans, and that would be 2 cans of that, and then 8 cans of tomato juice, tomato soup. So that's from the book. Now let's take a look at what I did personally. I told you about the ammunition. My monthly Thrive Life order came in, and I'm going to reduce my purchases by 50% starting next month. So I got in a number 10 can of diced beef, a number 2.5 or a pantry size can of chicken, chicken dices, grilled chicken dices, a pantry can of Parmesan cheese, 2 of tomatoes. So, you know, if you noticed last week I had 2 tomatoes. This week I've got 2 tomatoes. That's going to be consistent. I'm going to get 2 cans of tomatoes almost every time I order. And then a number 10 can of celery. So the other things I picked up this week were I replaced a can of cream style corn that we ate with, that we made dinner with the other night. Then while I was there, I noticed the Southwestern corn. I said, ooh, that looks good. I think I'll add that to my pantry. So we're adding this one. This is a new addition to the pantry. A package of hard candy. And then I'm constantly looking for canned or jarred onions. So I ordered this on Amazon, Aunt Nellie's Netherlands style onions, which are basically pearl onions. And we got 2 of those. We'll give that a chance. Another jar or can of no sugar added fruit cocktail, and that's sweetened with Splenda for in case you have any diabetics in your family. And then a can of Spam bacon. So that's it for the week ending Saturday, February 10th, 2024. Do me a favor that, I don't know if you've watched Prepper Dog, outstanding channel. Goshen Prepping is another outstanding channel. City Prepping talked about it. My friend Pete over at Roaming Prepper has talked about it. Steve at Integrated Preparedness had talked about it, but everybody's talking about the interview or the public service announcement that was made by the sheriff of Butler County, Ohio, who says that there was a conversation that they have had with the FBI, and the FBI is warning them that cyber attacks and terrorist attacks are imminent in the U.S. So we need to be prepping for that. So I want to strongly encourage you, keep up with your prepping. Make sure you're doing something, plan it out, find out where you have the greatest amount of shortage, prioritize getting that caught up, and then go for the luxury items. So remember that we're all in this together so we can come out the other side together. Keep your prayers going, and let's hope for the best, that nothing serious ever happens, and that all this prepping is in vain, and we've just stored up a whole bunch of food for retirement. So be kind, polite, and respectful to each other, because togetherness is the key. Take care. Bye-bye.